So it's been about a month since I made the last video, and since then we've made a lot of progress. Shane's got the internet brought into his house. We've finished this fake beam that surrounds the perimeter of the kitchen. The gas stove has been installed. All the plumbing to the fixtures have been done. This is a picture of what it looks like under the beam and how we had to prep that area to support the fake beam. We put small piece of wood as place where we could attach the beam. This is a cross section of that beam. All it is basically a mitered joint. You can see here Shane is kind of trimming some of the edges off so the joints fit nice and tight, because the beams that go across are pretty irregular. So in some areas you kind of had to trim some of it off. Doing fake beams like this, you want to make the joints as seamless as possible, because your eye is definitely going to go to the junction of the piece of wood, and you're trying to shoot for it to look like one piece of wood going across. I mean, you never can get it perfect, but the amount that you're going to look at it, you just don't want your eye drawn to a real bad mitered joint. So at that spot there's actually two mitered joints. There's one at the bottom and actually one on the side. All we did is fasten it to those horizontal pieces of wood that we prepped with 1.5 finish nails. Came out pretty good. It definitely hides a lot of the utility part of that. While Shane had those down too, he actually ran LED lights that go along each side, just to give some indirect lighting. Those lights can be changed to different colors. He ran it on blue coloring at this point, but it can be green, it can be regular
That is so cool.
Yellow light. It can be really anything. It looks pretty good. It kind of gives a little
The other one at the end.
contemporary feel to it. He's pretty pleased with it. The theme that Shane was going with in that house is basically industrial. So a lot of the piping and lighting has exposed like EMT and conduit. So it kind of gives that industrial look. At this point, a lot of the jobs are just small jobs. Like he put the knobs on the cabinet doors, put in some of the other lighting, in the stairway, and a lot of the different things. At this point, he has it set up. Our goal is to have Christmas here. That's what we've been shooting for. Shane a couple of weeks ago asked if it would be possible to have Christmas there, and we were like, yeah, why not? Let's give it a shot. So we're planning on having it in this room. There won't be any heat, but we'll have a wood stove, so that should give off enough heat for the day. What he did to shrink up his heating footprint for this winter, because the original old house isn't heated yet, you put that door in that you just saw a couple of minutes ago, with insulation behind it, just to kind of ease the heating costs for this year. I think it's supposed to be really bad this year. You can see he had a crack in one of the joists. So he had that big piece of metal, and he figured he'd use that to repair that, and it looks kind of cool. It looks like a big industrial plate. The finished plumbing is done, and he has water and hot water and heat. Everything's ready to go. We had a little hiccup with this shower valve. You can see here Shane had to cut out the back wall because the original valve that I put in didn't accept the trim for the new Kohler fixtures. So it set us back a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. I replaced that valve, and we were on our way again. This is a mirror he picked up on Facebook Marketplace, which is kind of cool. It's basically a medicine cabinet too. He mounted the towel rack over the radiator, and that helps keep the towels warm and keep them dry. So we haven't got to the stairs yet. Shane's planning on taking some time off coming up, so he's gonna start working on those during his vacation. This room still needs to be redone. You can see I covered that area with plastic and insulated that area. Shane put in these lights. He actually changed that light location for the smoke detector. Originally it was where the light is right there, but he decided to move it so it would give more of a chandelier effect over the door. So that was pretty easy. There's attic space above there. In this space right here, Tracy has been hard at work at doing a whitewash on the wall.
So we're gonna sand down the wood here. It's still the rough sawn, and the cobwebs are just stuck to it. So we're gonna take a layer off, and then we're gonna do like a whitewash on it, or maybe like a light gray.
So Tracy went through and she sanded the walls, she sanded the ceiling, and did the whitewash on the lower level. Her and Shane decided just to start out on the lower level and leave the ceiling wood for now. But she did a lot of work and it came out really well. So at this point, everything is ready to go. Shane's all ready to move in. He has all the electrical is fully done. He has his washer and dryer set up. This room's gonna stay rough for a while. My job has been to seal up any of the areas that needed to be insulated and vapor buried, because this is going to be the end of this phase of this build. We wanted to get Shane into the house, and we might take a little time off for the holidays and start up after the holidays or after the new year. You can see there we replaced some of the shingles, trying to tighten up the outside just so wind and stuff won't come into the house. Up there is where the old AC was. And before he moves in, he's going to get the septic pump. We found the septic tank in the pump tank, so he's going to make sure those are all ready to go. You can see out back there's the septic mound or leach field. But this has been a great project. It's gone really well. You can see here Brenda's helped us a lot, and it's been quite an experience. And we're going to do one more video during Christmas. Well, thanks for watching, you guys.